Hello everyone, it's Ted here with you. Welcome back to math class. Are you all ready for a brand new lesson? Okay, me too. Today we're looking at lesson 14. Lesson number 14, measurement tools. Measurement tools. Tools or things that we use to measure things. Measurement tools. As always, we will have 5 key expressions during our lesson. I will teach you those key expressions now, so please listen very carefully. I want you to listen and repeat. I want you to practice hearing the key expressions and saying them. Okay? Are you all ready to go? All right, here we go. Number 1, first key expression today. I can use a measuring cup and spoons to add milk. I can use a measuring cup and spoons to add milk. Number 2, you can use a tape measure to make a tablecloth. You can use a tape measure to make a tablecloth. Number 3, I can use a ruler to measure how long my candy bar is. I can use a ruler to measure how long my candy bar is. Number 4, I can use a scale to weigh my dog. I can use a scale to weigh my dog. And number 5, let's check how cold it is outside using a thermometer. Let's check how cold it is outside using a thermometer. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of information about measurement tools in today's lesson. Are you ready to go? You want to come over to the chalkboard with me? Okay, let's go. Okay, welcome back. Here we are at the chalkboard. We're looking at measurement tools. Measurement tools. Tools that we use to measure things. This is very, very interesting. We're going to learn how to measure things and what we can use to measure these things. Are you ready? First of all, I can use a measuring cup and spoons to add milk. A measuring cup and spoons. Ooh, here we go. Here we have a measuring cup. I can measure how much of a liquid I need. Here I have spoons. Actually, it's 1 spoon with 2 spoons on it. Very useful. So I can add milk into it. I can add 1 spoon or a small spoon, and I can put them in the measuring cup. When we cook, we often use a measuring cup to measure things, to make sure we have the right amount in what we're cooking. Okay? Spoons, measuring cup. Next, you can use a tape measure to make a tablecloth. A tablecloth goes on top of your table. Usually it goes on top of your dining table. It protects the table. So how do you measure and how do you make it? Well, you use a measuring tape or a tape measure. Here we have a tape measure. Whoa, look at that. So we can find out how long something is. We can measure it from the beginning to the end and decide how long we need something to be. If we want to make a tablecloth, then we must know how much cloth we need. Measuring tape. I can use a ruler to measure how long my candy bar is. Candy bar. All right, where is it? Here it is. There is my candy bar. Looks delicious. How long is it? Well, easy. We just use a ruler. Okay, this is a ruler, and we use the marks on the ruler to measure how long the candy bar is. Very easy. Ruler is used to measure length. Length, how long is my candy bar? Next one is called a scale. When we want to measure how heavy something is, we have to weigh it. How do we weigh it? We use a scale. Here we have a scale. With a scale, we stand on top of it. The number here will tell us how heavy that is. If I stand on it, I put my feet here, I look down, that number is my weight. Well, you can measure other things with the scale too. I can use a scale to weigh my dog. I could put my dog on the scale and see how much he weighs. Good doggy. He looks pretty heavy. Okay. Finally, what about temperature? Before we go outside, we need to know if it's hot or cold, so we know what clothes to put on. Let's check how cold it is outside using a thermometer. Thermometer. Here we go. That is a thermometer. The thermometer tells us how warm or how cold it is. Ooh, it looks cold outside. It says minus 10 degrees. Ooh, cold. Well, we know how cold it is because of our thermometer. So we'll put on a jacket, some gloves, and a hat. And since it's so cold outside, we'll go outside and make a snowman. What do you think? Good plan? Okay. Great work, everyone. We learned a lot about measuring things and about the tools that we use to measure those things. Good work. Okay, let's review what we learned today. We learned about measurement tools. We looked at a lot of very interesting and very useful tools that we use to measure things. Do you remember some of them? How about measuring liquid? Well, we can use a measuring cup and measuring spoons to measure liquid. Milk, water, and so on. We use a measuring cup and spoons when we're cooking, when we're making something. We also learned about measuring long things, such as a tablecloth. You can use a tape measure to make a tablecloth. A tape measure has a tape inside of it that you pull out. You pull it out and out and out and out, and you can measure how long something is using the tape measure. For smaller things, we can use a ruler. A ruler is about, this long. Do you remember I used my ruler to measure my candy bar? For heavy things, to weigh things, like weigh yourself or weigh your dog, you can use a scale. You can stand on the scale and weigh yourself, or you can use the scale to weigh your dog. Finally, when we want to measure temperature, we use a thermometer. Let's check how cold it is outside using a thermometer. If we look at the thermometer, we can see the temperature, and then we know what kind of clothes to wear when we go outside. If it's really, really cold, we put on some warm clothes, then go out and play in the snow. Good work, everyone. Please remember those. Those are some very important measurement tools, and you will need to learn how to use them. You will use them a lot. Keep studying, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.